Like most of you, in the last few months, I've had more time cooking at home for my family than ever before. Oh, yes. It's been beautiful. Who's hungry? Oh, here we go. If not a little stressful at times. I've had the chance to look at ingredients that we all buy week in, week out.
Be wobbly.
You can be wobbly. And come up with some new recipes to break us out of our usual habits. It's charring up, it's spitting, it's crackling, using the ingredients we love in totally different ways. Oh, you know that makes sense. To create simple, exciting and affordable meals. Can you imagine how delicious that's going to be? So whether you're feeding a crowd, home alone, getting ready for date night, or with a mob like mine. Sausage pie, look at that. Mind your finger? I can't wait to share these new recipes with you. If you let it into your life, it will be a new favourite, I'm telling you. Sometimes you've got to make use of what you've got to hand. And whether homegrown or shop bought, we want new dishes to make mealtimes exciting. So recently, I've had a bit more time to focus on simple ingredients, particularly vegetables. And that whole thing, as a parent, trying to get more of the good stuff into my family. And of course, I want them to enjoy it, right? So cauliflower is a veggie that most of us buy most weeks. And that kind of set me off because cauliflower cheese is a win-win. It's a home run, right? But if I go to another world, which is the world of pasta, that's another home run. So how about we bring the two worlds together? Delicious, silky smooth, cheesy, cauliflowery pasta with crunchy, garlicky breadcrumbs. It's gonna be a texture and flavor sensation. So I bet, and I'm not judging, that most of us get the cauliflower, do that, pick all this up, and throw it in the bin. In the compost, I've done it myself. But what I want to do is use these outer leaves in my crunchy breadcrumbs. Because if you put a pan on the heat, kiss it with some oil, take these outer leaves, put a little pinch of salt on it, and you fry it, we're going to make, essentially, like a culinary veggie crisp. And that is going to be used as a flavour enhancer in my crunchy breadcrumbs. Look what's happening. It's funky, it's deep, it's got umami, the fifth flavour. So I want that. I don't want it in the bin, I want it in my tummy. The moral of the story is there's some really tasty stuff going in the bin, and if you want to save yourself money, give yourself more nutrition, and probably most importantly, give yourself more pleasure, we can cook with it. So I want to just finely chop it. Also, I'm going to use garlic. This is fresh garlic from my garden. What's really interesting about fresh garlic is the first month and a half you can use all the way up to here. And then like every week, you can use less and less and less and less. And then it starts to become papery and dry like we know it. But actually, it's almost like a giant spring onion when it's first harvested, which is pretty exciting. So look, I'm just going to cut that up, take the end off. I want sort of 2 big fat cloves. I'll use a few more of mine because it's a little bit smaller. Just finely slice or grate. Put a pan on the heat, kiss it with some oil, go in with the garlic. That's going to scent the oil and it'll be delicious. Look at that. Then I'm going to go in with cauliflower leaves that could have gone in the bin. The flavour goes deep and delicious. And then in with a couple of handfuls of breadcrumbs. About 35% of all the bread we buy ends up in the bin. But a fantastic way to not waste bread is to make what they call in Italy a pangrattato or pangrattato. It's crispy breadcrumbs. And in old Italian cooking, and if they couldn't afford Parmesan to give it that saltiness and that richness and that big flavour, they would use this. They'd fry breadcrumbs. Think of it like little mini croutons. Look at that. Look at the colour. Fry that for about 10 to 15 minutes. When it's golden and crisp, it's done. That is amazing on pastas, raviolis, soups, stews, salads. Really, really cool. In actual fact, if I don't serve this with a pasta dish, normally my kids get a bit aggro. It's like, oh, come on, Dad, you know. So it's a great way of using up potentially wasted bread. Right, let's make the simplest creamy cauliflower sauce. I think you're gonna love it. You need 400 grams of cauliflower. I wanna just slice this up into little bits in a pan. Put in 400 millilitres of milk. Go in with the cauliflower, slice up 1 onion, and get that in as well. Give the onions and collie a nice little mix up. We'll have a little pinch of salt just to get the seasoning happening, lid on top, and we'll simmer that for about 10-15 minutes until the cauliflower's tender. Now, when I was coming up with this, what I was trying to achieve was a really clean, simple, sweet cauliflower flavour, right? And a really pale white sauce. So one of the lovely things about cooking the cauliflower like this, it's almost like poaching fish, right? You do that in milk. With the cauliflower, you know, it's infusing delicate flavours. It's a very simple sauce. 7 ingredients for this whole dish, and it's just a nice thing to think about now that simple pleasures, simple ingredients, a little bit of love, care, you know, looking at things that you might just throw in the bin, and it's a dish that my kids will just destroy. Breadcrumbs done, sauce beautifully cooking. The nice thing is, my little boy River loves sucky pasta, as he calls it, and loves the fact that it's sort of whipping him everywhere. There's sauce everywhere. You know, they just like mess, don't they, kids? So I've got 300 grams of spaghetti. Of course, you can use any pasta you like. I personally love sort of the noodle-style pasta with this, so you can suck it all up, and it clings to the sauce really, really well. So I've seasoned this water. Just get your pasta, twist it, and then in we go. I'll cook that for about 10, 12 minutes, but just look at the packet instructions. I think the sauce is done now. You could make exactly the same sauce with any vegetable that you love and do exactly the same. So instead of a white, fresh-looking sauce, you could have carrots, orange, you know, broccoli, green, squash, orangey, ready. Do you know what I mean? You can have real fun with this as a principle. I love that about recipes when it's flexible and generous. All you have to do now is liquidize that sauce. So in we go with all the cauliflower and onions, and then add 70 grams of cheddar cheese. It does a really good job of seasoning this sauce, but also giving it that ooze, that stickiness. If you wanted to use a potato masher and have a rustic sauce, you can. You can use a stick blender, no trouble at all. I like the simplicity and the smoothness. Oh, it's just, it's that. Come on, make cauliflower cheese, but smooth. And now we're gonna throw it on pasta. It's the simplest but most brilliant thing. So where's me colander? I love cooking out here because I don't get told off for mess, which is great. And then I can do things like this. But you've got to be careful. You want to save a little bit of that water as well. Let's put this amazing dish together. I'm so excited to show you. Tumble in our lovely spaghetti. I've cooked that al dente, so slightly undercook it. And then the amazing cauliflower cheese sauce. Silky, heavenly, and actually that pasta's absorbing that sauce. Ho, ho, ho. Come on, cauliflower cheese pasta. If you let it into your life, it will be a new favourite, I'm telling you. It's getting quite thick now. So that's why we save a little bit of this starchy water, because the elegance of this dish is in the consistency. Oh, look at that. I just love the way that that just clings to the sauce. Yes, sexy beast. Then imagine comboing that up with audacious crunch. Funky bits of the cauliflower leaves and garlic. I'm telling you, do not throw those little green bits of cauliflower leaves away, and the bread. There's something beautiful to be had. As you go in with a fork and start twiddling that pasta, by default, it will start picking up all those crunchy bits. I mean, look, you know what cauliflower cheese tastes like. Clean and cheesy and gorgeous. That pasta is another level. I'm so into this. Get it on those breadcrumbs, look at that. Whoa, you know that makes sense. I'm so happy. You could reheat that if you wanted to, but I would suggest just crack an egg or two into that, in a pan, breadcrumbs on top, put it in the fridge. When someone wants something nice, pop it in the oven for half an hour and you get the most amazing cauliflower cheese spaghetti pasta cake. That's good as well. I really suggest you have a go at this. That's phenomenal. It's full of the good stuff and just so tasty. Some of my favourite meals growing up were delicious but quite indulgent. So I've come up with a family-friendly take on a classic chicken Kiev, making it better for you but keeping all the flavour. My kids absolutely love chicken Kiev, and it's something that I love to do. Beautiful crispy chicken with the gorgeous garlicky butter on the inside that oozes out. But you know what? Sometimes all that frying can be a bit unhealthy. So I love the challenge of being able to look at it and see, can I kind of clean it up a bit? Can I make it a bit healthier? So I want to show you how to do chicken Kiev with a little bit of a twist. And we're going to serve it with the most delicious mashed potato with broccoli and peas. My kids love it. The genius of the Kiev is that that flavoured butter goes in the middle of the chicken breast. So it's flavouring from the inside out. So we're going to start with that lovely garlic butter. 2 cloves of garlic. I want to grate the garlic so it's nice and strong. And then I'm going to mix it up with parsley. They're the classic flavours. But when it comes to flavoured butters, you can hit it with different herbs, you can hit it with spice, you can chop up things like anchovies, lemon zest, all kinds of lovely things. So when you've done that, parsley, really, really important, super clean, quite irony, and I'm going to take a little bunch like that, and I'm going to use the stalks as well. The stalks are super tasty. So just twist it in half, kind of compact it all, and then I'm just going to finely slice it. Salt and pepper goes on. Put a little bit of lemon zest in there as well. That's going to really freshen it up. Take a wodge of butter, about 30 grams or so. Get it to room temperature and just mix it all up. You can freeze that and keep it for months, and that is going to be absolutely delightful inside that chicken. Now, get your chicken on a board. There's 4 of us today, so we've got 4 breasts, and the idea is to get this butter inside this breast. So let me show you the best way to create a little pocket. Can you see there's a fat part here and a thinner part here? So get your knife, get the tip, and put it in to the fat part, just like that. It's really simple, and you just kind of sculpt a little pocket. Then just get under this side to make like a flap, and this will allow you to wrap butter in the chicken itself. Then we go to our butter, and let's divide this into 4, like that, very roughly. Take that, and you can kind of mould it into this shape. Just open up that cavity, get that butter in there, pull over the chicken to seal it up, and then put it on its breast side like that. Any leftover butter you can just rub on them because it's all seasoning and deliciousness. Let me wash my hands. Now, with a normal Kiev, you go flour, eggs, breadcrumbs, right? It's a whole load more washing up. Deep fry it or shallow fry it, and it's a load more calories. So how do we get that kind of healthier twist? I'm going to use phyllo pastry. It's a fantastic thing to have in your fridge or freezer. You can get it in all the supermarkets, but the one thing it will do is dry up fairly quickly. So get yourself a clean cloth and some cold water and just get your cloth damp. This will stop your phyllo pastry going brittle and breaking. I'll just lay this down like so. Unroll your phyllo. And then when you're not using it, you can just do that. It will keep it lovely and soft. So we're going to take one sheet at a time. We'll lay it here like that, and I'll cover it every single time. Then what I want to do is gather the phyllo like this, slowly, slowly, ripple it, get the chicken, place it on, and remembering underneath is where the butter is. Roll it, and roll it. The butter is facing up, so the likelihood of it spilling out is much less. So that's the first one. Next sheet of phyllo, cover it again. When you crimple it, don't be stressed, just go rough and ready. It will create beautiful waves. That's texture, crispy bits. Before I pop these in the oven, what I want to do is give it a little brush with something delicious that's going to make it go golden and gorgeous. So all I'm going to do is add to the corner of this tray a little olive oil, just a tablespoon, and then a swig of vinegar, and then a little pepper. Then you just need a little brush. You've just made a simple dressing, but what's great is the vinegar will flavour that pastry, and the oil will give it a beautiful golden colour. Look at that. Gorgeous. So look, if you wanted to get ahead of the game, you could do this the day before. You could times it by 2 or 3 or 4 for a dinner party, easy. You can even freeze it, no trouble at all. But today, this is going in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, which is 400 Fahrenheit. I'll put it at the bottom of the oven, and that way this will get crispy and that will get golden. And that's going to go in for 25 minutes exactly. So in that time, I'm going to make a gorgeous smashed potato with beautiful sweet peas and broccoli. Super easy and a fantastic way to get loads of veg in the kids. I've got 800 grams of beautiful Maris Piper potatoes, and all I want to do is just quarter up these potatoes with the skin on. I've washed them, I'm not going to peel them. A lot of the nutrition is in the skin. Boil those for like 12 or 15 minutes until the potatoes are soft. Here, I've got some nice sprouting broccoli from the garden, but you can use any broccoli. Just take the stalk off, just roughly chop them, and I'll put those in with the potatoes now, because they take a little bit more cooking. With these lovely floury broccoli tips, I'm just going to toss this in a little bit of oil and vinegar, and a little pinch of seasoning, and then 10 minutes before the chicken is cooked, put this in the tray with the chicken, and they cook beautifully. A little bit caught and really soft and tender as well. So it's going to be a lovely dish, full of veg. With about 10 minutes to go, let's have a little look here. So this is nearly cooked. Just scatter these lovely broccolis in and around the tray. Now, this goes back into the oven for its final 10 minutes, and that is perfect timing for me to show you how to do this beautiful mashed potato. So, I want to add frozen peas now. About 400 grams goes in to our spuds. Are already partially cooked, so they don't need much cooking, and we want to keep their colour. Let me just go and shout for the kids, because they always tend to get lost when I'm doing dinner. Guys, dinner! I don't want to shout like that, but the fact is, I'll serve up dinner, and 15 minutes later, no one will be there. They seem, as they get older, to disappear. So look, as soon as that's boiled, I'm happy, right? Look how green that is. So I'm going to drain this into a colander. What I love about this dish, it has a really nice natural rhythm to it. The prepping, the rolling, the baking, the veg and the potatoes that go with it, it's all kind of a nice flow. So go in with our veggies, a little seasoning, a little olive oil, and then I'm going to take a masher and give it a good smash up. And I just love sweet peas, mashed potato, with all that lovely garlicky parsley butter from the Kiev. Wow. And look, instead of peas, you could go spinach, asparagus. It's a really nice, flexible little technique. Veg is done. Let's have a look in the oven. It smells incredible. Wow. Right, let me plate one portion up for me, because it's my job to tell you how it tastes. So a nice big old lump of that smashed rustic pea mash. Just kind of create a crash mat. A crash mat for our chicken. Take some of this broccoli and just kind of lay it over the top. It's so tender and delicious. It's a really nice method to make your standard greens go the extra mile. Let's go for a nice chicken. It's just dripping with gorgeousness. You can leave them whole, but what I like to do is cut it in half so I can check the chicken is cooked. Look at the garlic butter. Come on, that's so nice. And then on top with the crispy bits. Wowzers. Right, I've got to be fast because the kids will be waiting. The chicken breast is so tender. Not only is the phyllo pastry getting crunchy, but it's protecting the chicken breast. So it's kind of steaming on the inside out with that lovely garlic butter. I love it. Right, let me just plate up. I've actually got another one turn up. So the nice thing about the slices is 4 breasts can stretch. So this is going to do 5 today. This sort of thing happens all the time. You cook for 4, 5 turn up. You cook for 10, 2 turn up. It's like typical. River, which one do you want? I got crispy chicken, mashed potato, one for you.
Mashed potato and broccoli.
That one's for you, my darling.
Okay.
Ay, ay, ay.
Mum, let's swap.
Let's swap. Well, you want more portion?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Go away.
Did you tell Dad what happened today? Oh my goodness me.
What happened?
How big was the fish that we caught?
What cooked fish?
I say we. Buddy caught it. How big
You caught a
was the
fish?
Yeah. No, he caught 4. But
You
they
caught
were,
4 fish?
They were massive, like that big.
Did you have a happy day?
Yeah.